What did I get in the mail today to add to my stack of silver? Well, nothing. Not a thing. Zero. I was supposed to get a 1 ounce bar. I don't have any bars yet. I have the rounds and coins and junk silver. But I didn't get it. So anyway, I thought what I'd do today is do some nickel roll hunting. I haven't done a video like this. So I'm going to show you how I do it. But first I want to show you my little setup here. This is my little modest setup that my wife and I use. My wife she does the copper. Those copper rounds right there, what I bought her, just as souvenirs, stuff like that. We are not stacking copper by buying copper rounds, but we do stack copper by the copper pennies. So this is our little setup. And the way I do the nickel roll hunting is my eyesight is not very well, so I have to use a microscope and then slide the penny or the nickel under the microscope to check the date. Now, I do not search for errors. All I do is look at the dates. Anything 1971 and before, I keep. And the only reason I picked 71 is because that's when I was born. And what I'll do is the 71s and before, it's just for hoarding nickels. I know that they're not nothing special unless it's a 1950D or something like that. But I'm also looking for 42 to 45 war nickels. And this is where we put our pennies and nickels and stuff into to recycle, take back to the bank, run through the machine. The bank I have has a coin machine, and you get 100% of it if you have an account there. If you don't, there's a 5% charge. So whatever I take back, I get all of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to set it up and go through some nickels, and hopefully we'll find something. Oh, I do want to show this. Now, I didn't find these in this box. I'll turn my light on so you can see it. I found a couple of buffalo nickels in my first box, second box. I can't remember. This is my fourth box, $100 box of nickels. And I've already gone through some of them, as you can see, and I didn't find much. I found some 1964s, no key dates or anything like that. This is my little chart that I use. And then, I found this one's 1935. And I found both of these in the same box. And then one more thing I want to show is I put this in a video before, and one of the viewers made a comment, said he couldn't see it very well, and to hold my hand behind the plastic. I ordered some Roosevelt dimes, 3 Roosevelt dimes, and I thought I was just going to get just plain old junk Roosevelt dimes, that all beat up and looked like they came out of a junk drawer or something. But the seller sent me, oh, I got it upside down, heart, sorry. So if I hold my hand, yeah, it focuses a lot better like that. Thank you for that tip, whoever that was that left that, thank you. But anyway, he sent this, man, and that's just nice. Now, I'm not into numismatics, and I'm not into errors and things like that, BUAU, whatever, but you guys let me know what, should I take that and just throw it in with, I'm not going to, but I mean, the guy sent it in a plastic protector. I'm going to keep it in that, but I thought that was pretty cool, man, to send that nice of a dime. And I paid the same as I did for the other 2 junk dimes, that Roosevelt dimes that came in, and it's 90% silver. But whatever, I'll take it. So I'm going to put you on hold real quick, and then I'm going to let you know. I want to talk a little bit about me, about my journey, and how I got here, and we'll go through some nickels. So hold on one second. All right, I think I got everything set up here. I may have to adjust my focus. Let's see what we got here. Here's the first one. Now again, all I do is look at the dates. I don't look for errors or anything like that. And I keep anything before 1971 for personal hoarding, just a little way to save some money and to get some nickel. And then the 42 to 45, 35% nickel, silver nickels, I will put in my silver stack. And if I get 3 more, I can bag them up, and that will be the equivalent to 1 ounce of silver. I'll tell you something funny. When I showed my desk and you saw that big pile of nickels I had already gone through, yeah, I had already tried to record the video, and when I paused it to get a new roll, when I hit the button, it didn't unpause, or it didn't, record, and I spent like 15 minutes talking to nothing, to myself. But anyway, it happens, I guess. So a little about me while we go through these and why I started this channel, Sobriety and Silver. If you haven't seen any of my other videos and you don't know my story, I drank heavy I was alcoholic for 30 years, but almost 30 years, somewhere around 30 years, I don't know, but a long time. And in 2021, December 3rd, 2021, I managed, with the grace of God, to get sober. And I've been sober ever since. December 3rd of this year will be 3 years. And I forgot to mention that in my video. Usually at the beginning of my videos, I will put my days sober up there and how long I've been stacking silver. So let me get that little plug in. Today is 1,071 days clean and sober, and my 107th day of stacking silver and nickel roll hunting, penny roll hunting, things like that. So, naming the channel Sobriety and Silver was, I wanted to talk about alcoholism, but I also wanted to talk about my journey in stacking silver. And, I'm only at about 20 ounces of silver right now. I don't have a whole lot. Usually in my videos, I will put what I have out, but I wasn't adding anything today, so I thought we'd just go through some nickels and tell you a little bit about myself. The last 3 years, I am 53 years old. Oh, there's 46. Hold on. Pause that. Not the video. I know it's not a war nickel, but I'm just looking at it. There's quite a bit of damage to it. Smooshed. Let's see. It's 46 on the key dates, semi-key dates, anything like that. Let me move. No. It is not on any of the key dates or semi-key dates. So, but I will keep it. What was I saying? See, man, I forget what I was saying. The journey to being sober, I'll just start there. I don't know what I was talking about. I get distracted easy. Squirrel. 68, see, distracted again. The last 3 years have been the best 3 years of my life as an adult. Obviously when I was a kid, I didn't have any addiction issues or anything like that, and I was warned by my mother, who was not an alcoholic, about alcohol because my father was an alcoholic. And for the most part, through my teenage years, I was into sports and played football, ran track, and stuff like that. It wasn't until my 20s that I started drinking, and that's why I say around 30 years. Now, the whole 30 years hasn't been die-hard alcoholism. Alcoholism is progressive, so the longer I drank, the worse it got. There are 5 phases to addiction. Phase 1 being initial use, so the first time you try the alcohol or drug, whatever you're addicted to. And then phase 2 is abuse, and that's when you're you know, drinking all weekend. You may work all week and drink all weekend and just get really drunk by it. I mean, it just, there's a lot of different categories under abuse. You could be the kind that does go to work during the day, but you can't wait to get off because as soon as you get off, you're drinking. There's 64. Now, to my understanding, I'm not real sure about this, but some of the 64s were made of silver, but I haven't found one yet, and I have a lot of 64s. I have quite a few of them. But I'll keep that. That will go into my savings slash hoard. But, you know, phase 3 is tolerance. That's where you may start out drinking a 12-pack a night or a 6-pack a night. But the more you drink, the more you have to drink. So with me, I did the same thing. The beer turned into, well, instead of getting beer every night and having to drink 4 or 5 before I even feel anything, or 3 or whatever, you know, I'll just get a bottle of whiskey or vodka or something like that. So, and that's what I did. And then all through my 30s, I drank pretty heavy. And then in the 40s is when it started becoming a even bigger issue than it was in my 30s. And stage 4 of addiction is addiction. I mean, you are physically addicted to that substance, which means your body will start going through withdrawals if you do not have that substance. And I experienced every one. The 5th stage is relapse. Now, you know, you hear a lot of people say, well, once you get clean and sober, relapse doesn't have to be part of the process. But for me, it was. I quit so many times and made so many promises and would break them. I've been to rehab 5 times. I've been trouble with the law. Just everything that comes as a result of alcoholism, I pretty much went through. But 2021, I got sober, and you know, they talk about alcoholics and addicts experiencing that moment of clarity. Well, I did. I mean, it just felt like something hit me. I just felt good. I was trying to get clean and sober, and I felt really good. It just felt positive, and what was that? That is nasty. Anyway, and it stuck. So I'm going to put you on pause here, but that's the first roll. We found a couple little things, but nothing worth talking about. So this time I'm going to make sure when I pause it, I hit the play and I'm not talking to myself. All right, I got another roll open here. Let's see what we can start off with. Yeah, 2002. Now I am looking for 2024s. I've found 2 of them. Like I said, this is my 4th box of nickels. And I have found 2 of the 24s. I'd like to get a whole roll, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. But anyway, and as far as the last 3 years have been, they've been absolutely amazing. My wife doesn't drink. She doesn't smoke cigarettes. She's never done drugs. I tease her, you know, how you grew up in the 70s and never partied a little bit, you know. And she absolutely no. And if you ever met her, you would 100% believe her. But, you know, she stuck with me we've been together for 13 years, or a little over 13 years. So 10 of those years were her in my active alcoholism. And she's seen me go through pretty much everything an alcoholic can go through, especially one who is in the stage of alcoholism that I was in. You know, she'd have to carry me to the doctor. I'd be withdrawn so bad, and I'd have to lean on her to go into the emergency room to get help because my body was shutting down. The muscles were not working properly. I've just experienced it all. She's experienced it all. So to give her 3 years of her seeing who I really am and how goofy and what a goober I can be. You know, I love that, and I love her, and I give her. I mean, I'm sure. Actually, I know she's told me there's been several times that she just almost gave up. She had her bags packed and just couldn't do it anymore. And I'm glad she didn't, um, because she's the best friend I've ever had in my life. And with me and her rebuilding, I don't know, see, look at that too, squirrel. Look at that too there. See if I can focus that a little better. That looks like that's just been smushed. And that's why I don't look for errors or anything like that, because I really don't know what I'm looking for. What was I saying again? With us rebuilding, it's not easy to be with somebody that has done damage financially and on your credit for 10 years that you've been together with them, and then rebuild it over a 3-year time. It takes a while. So there's 60, which is not a big deal, but I will keep it. It'll go towards the stack. So we both work. I work nights part-time right now because just not getting any hours, but I make pizzas. And she works at Tractor Supply, but they're not giving her a whole lot of hours either. So, and I do want to say something, and I don't want this to come across as any kind of negative statement, or if I'm putting anybody down or anything like that. But it's just something that I think, we are not on any kind of government assistance or anything like that. And the reason being, I'm sure I could qualify for it, and she could too, but I just feel it's not the taxpayers' responsibility to rebuild my life or help me rebuild my life. It wasn't their fault. It's not the taxpayers' fault that I was an alcoholic. But again, if you are on any kind of government assistance or anything like that, I am absolutely 100%. If you need it, this is rough times right now. Especially if you had kids and stuff like that. But my wife and me, our kids are grown. It's just me and her, so I just don't think it's taxpayers' responsibility to help me rebuild my life. We're doing the best we can. We do have an eBay store. I should have mentioned that in one of my early videos. We have an eBay store, and I'll put a link down in it, or down in the description. Now, I don't do coins or silver or anything like that. I don't sell nothing like that. We have clothes and shoes, and here in Oklahoma, we have a lot of farmers and things like that. So I get Levi's and boots and jeans, and I have some Uggs and some Skechers shoes and things like that. Some women, mostly women's clothes, some men's, Wranglers, Levi's. And I only have about 275 items listed. And the reason we have everything 50% off in our store is I'm trying to save some money. If we can get down to 250 items, which I could delete them, but I don't want to delete them. If I can sell enough by the end of the month to get it down to 250 items, I can cancel my monthly store fee of $27.99 and put that towards silver. Because I'm just not selling, we are not selling enough to justify paying $28 a month for a store. Or 66. It's smushed, but it will go towards my nickel stack. So anyway, if you want something, if you're looking for clothes, shoes, everything is washed. Well, the shoes aren't washed, but all the clothes are. And we offer free 30-day returns, which means that if it doesn't fit, or if you just don't like it, I pay for return shipping. So I'll put that in the description, and maybe you guys can find something you like. But I would also, I'm really having a good time doing this YouTube deal, man. I love this. This is so relaxing, and to be able to talk and share and tell my story is pretty cool, man. And you know, I like it. It's got something on it. Looks like it might be bubble gum. Oh, good. I got bubble gum all over this one. Look at that. Bubble gum. I don't even know what year. Oh, I got it upside down. That's why I don't know what year it is. 92. All right. Put you on pause and we'll check out another roll. All right. We got, pardon me. All right. We got another roll going here. I'd like to find at least a 2024 would be nice. Of course, I get running my mouth. I've probably passed like 40 of them. Nah, I know. I haven't. I'm not going to keep this video going too long. I mean, I'd have a 5-hour video to go through a whole box of nickels. But I just figured you guys could, if you're interested in my channel, at least get to know a little bit about me. I don't know if I've mentioned it or not, but I am 53. So the reason I'm getting into silver, and I really enjoy silver, is, you know, with all the damage I've done and stuff like that, I have nothing for retirement as of yet. So I'm stacking silver and just seeing what I can do. We got 88. Man, this is kind of some dud. This is a dud box so far. But, and, you know, that's why I'm doing the YouTube, too, is I'd like to get monetized and have this part of an income stream, you know, but it's something that I enjoy doing, and I'm not going to be, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm not saying anything. What I will do is I will guarantee you that if you're watching me go through nickels and stuff like that, I will not put one in there that didn't actually come in that roll to make it seem like I found it. You know, I'm not going to dig out one of my war nickels and put it in the roll and say, oh, look what I found, yay. I won't do that. This is a dud box so far, and you're seeing exactly how it's a dud box, but I don't know, maybe you can just see how relaxing this is and how fun, you know, if you are in active addiction, that there are better ways to spend your money and spend your time, and I hope that you can find a way to go to bed sober one night, because waking up sober in the morning is an amazing feeling. And if you know, when you first start, it may not be such an amazing feeling. You may be a little sick or withdrawn, and if you are withdrawn, do not go through withdrawals. If you are a heavy drinker, do not go through withdrawals by yourself. Withdrawing from alcohol can actually be dangerous. You can seize up. It can cause heart problems. It's dangerous. So if you are in that stage of your alcoholism or addiction, depending on what you're addicted to, alcoholism especially, be medically, you know, brought through the withdrawals, because it can be dangerous. But once you get through all that, man, and you start going to bed sober, waking up sober, you start living. Just little things like this. I would much rather wake up in the morning, check out Coin Shop Chris, check out Ron's Basement, check out T-Square Talk, you know, and start my day like that, than to start my day at 6 o'clock in the morning, dry heaving, shaking, withdrawing, can't wait for the liquor store to open, be the first one at the liquor store, and then drink all day. I'm just much happier. Man, we just ain't finding nothing. This is crazy. I'm going to take his box back. Tell him I want my money back. I ain't finding nothing. Man, this is... And that's the way it goes. If you ever get into coin roll hunting, pennies, nickels, I've done... I think I've done one... It wasn't even a full box of dimes. I think I just got like 10 rolls of dimes or something like that from the bank. I couldn't afford $200. You know, we're on a very, very, very limited budget, so. Man, I only got a few more to go, then I'm going to cut this video off. And we'll pick it back up next time. But I hope that you got something out of this video. If you stuck around, I hope you got to hear a little bit about my story and why I call the channel Sobriety and Silver. And I do realize this is a longer video, but I wanted to talk a little bit. Now see that right there? I don't know if y'all can see that very well. I hope so. Somebody let me know. Is that, what do you call it, double punch or double, not double die? Somebody put in the comments if looking for stuff like that. You know, I mean, is it worth it really or not? But I would appreciate it if you stuck around long enough to see that. 74, my goodness. It is getting desperate on this last roll. I mean, I have more rolls in the box, but I am not going to make a video of me going through an entire box of nickels. We'll do that in several videos. I gotta turn my wife has to turn the air conditioner off while we're, there's 70, so I'll keep that one. And that'll go towards my collection of nickels that I keep, even though it's not silver or anything. Alright, last two, guys. Last two. No 2024s, no 2009s, no silver, nothing. That's it, guys. Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up. If you are struggling with any kind of addiction, alcoholism, please, please seek the help you need. Life is worth living. Take it one day at a time. Go to bed sober one night. Wake up sober. In the morning, you string some of those together. You will start living. You may find that you like going through nickels and boring people to death. But it's better than getting drunk and ruining the day. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I could use the support. And look out for Lady Penny Picker. She's going to be going through pennies and probably do the same kind of little setup I have here. So she could use your support. That would be supporting us. And I appreciate you.